Hey.
Got the water tank.
I'll tell you when, you know. Are you using the blade side? Felt the need to ask.
That is much larger than it looked in the pictures.
It is.
This is the smallest one I have. You excited?
Sure. So excited.
I said there were fill-ups on both sides, but I only see this fill-up. I don't think it'd matter either way. You laughing at me?
No. Okay, so this all is gonna have to be removed. For you. I'm regretting being proactive and doing this ahead of time. I guess there is an order to all of this, and we didn't exactly follow it at all. Can this go like all the way through? I'm pretty sure it stops here. Yeah, it stops here.
Well, I guess I'll just dolphin it right there, because there will probably be a cabinet there.
Okay.
Or there will be a cabinet there, and we'll just use that to cover it up. Before we got painting, I wanted to put some flexible wood plastic between the panels so it kind of didn't have a break in between them. Surprisingly, it's still holding up, so it wasn't that bad of an idea. The reason I used a lot of the blue tubing in there is because a large issue that you worry about whenever you put the wiring of the van behind all the metal pieces in the wall is you end up with the wires eventually rubbing and creating shorts because the insulation gets rubbed through on the metal parts. Hindsight, they did stick out a little more than I wanted to. I didn't want to trim them back with where they're at right now because I didn't want to accidentally pull them through all the way, but I should have probably trimmed them up quite a bit more than I did before I put the wiring through. We originally planned on using that plastic that you see to the right on the entire wall, but it didn't hold very well, and everywhere where we were attaching it, it had kind of a giant dent around it. So we wanted something that was flatter and also something that looked better whenever we were trying to secure the cabinets or anything to it. Next we got to painting. First we were using a plastic bonding paint so that way any of the area where we had the plastic on the walls could also be painted along with the same color without any transitional shades in between. And here we came in with our slightly darker shade of gray paint. I was going for like almost a cave-like palette. There's the flooring. We had to keep getting new boxes because they kept coming in all dented. I'm just framing up the furniture. This is where I was talking about where the quality of the wood started showing a bit of issues. If you can notice, a lot of these 4x4s are not straight up. I did what I could to alleviate that, but there's only so much you can do. In hindsight, I did learn that there's furniture quality wood, so I should have went 2 hours to the city to go pick up some actual stuff from a lumberyard that had furniture quality rather than build quality. Next we're just putting up the framing for the cabinets, and also the big piece of plywood is going to be the closet later. Another hindsight thing, a way we could have reduced weight is by not putting that framing for the cabinets in the place along the line of where we already had a frame behind the wall in the ceiling. During this little push before TwitchCon, we did work well into the night almost every day, which is why you see such a grand change in progress. But unfortunately, this is about as far as we get. And while the goals may have been extremely lofty to get that kind of progress done in that time, at least we did get a lot of progress done. So we are a lot closer to the goal than we were if we would have just continued without rushing. We wanted to move some of the furniture in that was going to be in the kitchen so we could get a good measurement of how much space we needed for plumbing and the shelf. Good old September. Go from the beginning of the month with me in shorts and a white t-shirt that's see-through from sweat to me wearing a heavy flannel and a beanie.